Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to support the channel, and like and subscribe for better grades next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Byleth from Fire Emblem, 3 houses, and despite what everyone thinks, I don't actually have a favorite house. I think there are 3 fantastic choices. I just think the 3rd fantastic choice was added in the DLC.
Teach me, baby, teach us.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, it's rewind time. If combat doesn't go our way, we'll just turn it back and make it work. Ah, that's hot. Next, we need faith and reason magic. Part of going to an expensive private school, it's usually a little funded by the church. Finally, we need to stretch the definition of a sword by stretching our sword to lengths that are sort of absurd. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep those multi-classing minimums in mind. Charisma will be number 1. Sure, Byleth is the quiet type, but they can hook up with anyone who is attracted to their gender. 100% success rate? Damn. Strength next. The sword of the creator puts the long in long sword. Dex just won't do it. Intelligence after that. You need that tactical mind for the chess part of the horny chess. Horny does come first, so charisma has to be on top. And with something on top, it's no wonder it came first. Constitution at 12. If you've got permadeath on, dying is permanent. That's bad. Dexterity is a little low. We won't get a lot out of it. And we'll dump wisdom. Byleth is terrible at insight checks. I'm not talking about getting bamboozled and your dad getting killed. I'm talking about how I fumble the bag every time I go to a tea party. Byleth is a human, but there's a god inside her. That's gotta variant things up a little bit. We'll get lucky for our feet, literally letting you save scum, a tabletop game, by re-rolling a failed attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Or you can make your enemies re-roll an attack to make them miss. It's time travel, part 1. Use it to save Edelgard. Nobody's gonna regret that. Bump your strength and charisma with your 2 free points. Take investigation for your skill of choice and athletics and performance for your background skills. You gotta know how to dance at War Prom. We'll kick things off as a fighter for 2 more skills from the fighter list, like intimidation and perception. Sure, Byleth can see the whole map, but can she see why Annette loves the taste of cinnamon toast crunch? Take superior technique for your fighting style, giving you a d6 superiority die and a maneuver on which to spend it. Lunging attack adds 5 feet to the reach of your attack and adds the d6 to the damage. Make that sword of the creator really hit those hard to reach places. Second wind is some basic healing, healing 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest. Second level fighters get action surge to make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. It really makes you braver if you use it on an attack, you know? Third level fighters choose a martial archetype. Battlemaster is the way to go. You get 4 more superiority die and they're all d8s now. Grappling lets you grapple a creature after you make an attack and add your superiority die to the grapple check. Sadly, you can only use 1 maneuver per attack, so you have to choose between your whip sword and your grip sword. Commander's strike lets you have an ally make an attack with their reaction and add your superiority die to the damage. Have cast spar attack. Spar is literally in his name. Lets you make an attack as a reaction as someone misses you with their attack, and add your superiority die to the damage. It's a nice little counter. Byleth is one of the only Fire Emblem characters without a counter in Smash, but every Fire Emblem character can counter in Fire Emblem. They can also do homework in 3 houses, and as a student of war, you get calligraphy proficiency, so you can draw all those emblems and get the power of the gods, baby. 4th level fighters get an ability score improvement. Let's work on our strength for now. It's what we're using most of the time, and that will make your modifier tied with your charisma modifier. Both are at +3 for now. 5th level fighters get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks with your action, or up to 4 with an action surge to really get some combos going. Sometimes the best move in chess is just have your rook go absolutely apeshit on a bishop. That's if you're with the Black Eagles, of course. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement. We'll go for charisma because we're about to start casting reason and faith at the same time, but we're going to get them with 1 modifier. It's time for a Holy Solely Sorcerer, the Divine Soul, making you favored by the gods to add 2d4 to a failed attack roll or saving throw once per short rest, pairing well with all your other short rest abilities from fighter, and you're re-rolling with lucky. Sometimes you just gotta take the day off and like fish or something. Because Sothis lives in your pancreas, you can also cast cleric spells. It's a nice big pool of options. Start with Firebolt, which is on the sorcerer list, deals 2d10 fire damage on a ranged spell attack for a basic fire attack. Shocking Grasp does 2d8 lightning damage with a melee spell attack and prevents reactions, so your squad can move through without taking opportunity attacks. Guidance and Resistance just help your students do better with a d4 to add to an ability check or saving throw respectively. For first level spells, Burning Hands is a bigger thing of fire, forcing a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 15-foot cone, dealing 3d6 fire damage to those that fail. It actually has less less damage potential than Firebolt, but in a wider area and more likely to hit those middle numbers. I'm not a reason student though. All strength all the time. Catch me in the kitchen with Raph cooking up some gains. Witch Bolt isn't good, but Byleth can learn lightning stuff, so 1d12 lightning damage on a ranged spell attack. You don't have to re-roll it if you maintain concentration, but like, Shocking Grasp is already better. Second level sorcerers get a Font of Magic with sorcery points you can use to recover spell slots for now and do cooler stuff with later. For this level spell, Cure Wounds heals 1d8 plus your charisma modifier to a creature you touch as an action. Remember, you can touch anyone who's attracted to your gender. The absolute Riz. Third level sorcerers get meta magic, letting you augment your spells with sorcery points. Careful Spell lets you save your students, or rather lets them save themselves from your AoEs by giving them advantage on the saving throws. Quicken Spell lets you cast a spell as a bonus action that normally takes an action, so you can do a full action surge 4-attack combo, and then a flamethrower, or Scorching Ray if you really want to roll the most attack rolls in turn, firing off 3 that deal 2d6 fire damage each. You can hit one target or multiple, so spread the love if you want. Fourth level sorcerers get another ability score improvement or feat. Let's bump the strength up to keep that modifier equal with our charisma. For this level's spell, Lesser Restoration will clear status effects like disease, blindness, deafness, paralyzation, or poisoning. Fix everyone up, or like, one person at a time. Fifth level sorcerers can learn third level spells. Fireball is a fireball that deals 8d6 fire damage to creatures that fail a dexterity saving throw in a 20-foot radius fireball. Half damage on a success. You know what fireball is, and if anyone doesn't know what fireball is this far into the series, I'm sorry, you got memento disease. But good news, you can start the playlist over at the top for a brand new set of videos. Sixth level sorcerers get empowered healing, letting you re-roll healing die with sorcery points to make sure you're rolling high. It's kind of like you're resetting time to get the best numbers. For another healing spell, Mass Healing Word heals up to 6 creatures, 1d4 plus your charisma modifier. Might not seem like a ton of healing, but if everyone gets knocked on their ass and is rolling death saves, this stabilizes 6 people. 7th level sorcerers can learn 4th level spells. We need some aura action with Sickening Radiance, forcing a constitution saving throw on creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere, dealing 4d10 radiant damage to those that fail, half as much to those that succeed. Stays up for up to 10 minutes depending on your concentration, and also stacks up levels of exhaustion when creatures fail the saving throw. Find someone to pin them down inside. That sounds like something Dedue would do. 8th level sorcerers get another ability score improvement. Hit the charisma up to max and enjoy maximum casting. This is an IKEA paladin. If you can't get what you need from paladin, just build your own with fighter and sorcerer levels. For this level spell, Lightning Bolt is a bigger lightning bolt, forcing a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 100-foot line, dealing 8d6 lightning damage to those that fail. The shape is worse than Fireball, but the damage might be better depending on what you need to hit, if it's weak to lightning. 9th level sorcerers can learn 5th level spells. Enervation will give you the Nosferatu action you're craving, forcing a dexterity saving throw on a creature, dealing 2d8 necrotic damage if they succeed. If they fail, it deals 4d8 necrotic damage, and you repeat that damage every turn you hold concentration. All that damage you're dealing with this, you heal half of it. You might not have a ton of HP, but this will at least keep it at the higher end of what you got. 10th level sorcerers get another meta magic ability. You have a lot of saving throws, so let's get Heightened Spell to force disadvantage on saving throws for a creature. Turn back time to get the most damage. Dawn is a bigger aura, creating a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of light that deals 4d10 radiant damage on a failed constitution saving throw, half damage on a success. Hold it for up to a minute depending on your concentration, and move it 60 feet with a bonus action to steer your holy Death Star laser. 11th level sorcerers can learn 6th level spells. There ain't a healing spell better than Heal. It heals 70 HP. Done. Also, clear some status effects like blindness, deafness, and disease. Catherine is sure to say, thanks for the healing, because she's a tank. 12th level sorcerers get our last ability score improvement because yeah, we're gonna do weirdo shit with the last 2 levels. Round your strength up in intelligence, it's time for a little bit more reason. There is a reason I'm doing it though. We're finishing it off with 2 wizard levels. We don't really need these spells. Booming Blade's pretty good and adds 3d6 thunder damage to 1 attack roll you make with an action, and if the creature you hit with it moves, they take another 4d6 thunder damage. Green Flame Blade adds 3d8 fire damage to a weapon attack you make as an action, and deals 3d8 fire damage to another creature within 5 feet of you. Put some extra stank on 1 attack, why not? You don't have smites. Friends gives you advantage on charisma checks with a creature for up to a minute, but afterwards they're gonna be mad that you looked up a guide on how to eat tea with them. For first level spells, we don't need Long Strider and Jump, 10 feet of movement, double jump distance to double jump and smash, I guess. Charm Person, charms a person for an hour if they fail a saving throw. I don't like using this for seduction, that feels icky, but I think that's more on the DM. Charming isn't mind control, it just makes you friendly and amenable. I love my friends, but if they ask me to do something I don't want to do, I say no. DMs just need to nerf Charming, and Charming can be fun again. This is the DM's fault. Identify tells you what a magical item is, how many charges it has, so you don't waste your super god sword on a grunt. And finally, an actual in-character option, Silvery Barbs forces an enemy to reroll an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, and gives an ally advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. It's a time warp against them and for you. Finally, our capstone is the second level of wizard, where we get to choose a school. At this point, there's no real difference between chronergy and divination, but we'll go chronergy. If your DM doesn't like Matt Mercer's officially licensed homebrew, use divination. Chronergists can make a chronal shift, letting you use your reaction to have yourself or an ally reroll an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw twice per long rest. It's literally just a worse divination wizard, but divination wizard is pretty good, so this is still pretty good. And since you sacrifice portents, you get temporal awareness, letting you add your intelligence modifier to your initiative, and you can learn chronergy spells because Matt Mercer's officially licensed homebrew is a special little baby that can't play with divination. I mean, how could a divination wizard learn the divination spell Gift of Alacrity to add a d8 to the initiative rolls for one creature for 8 hours? It's simply too good. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you have advantage by getting advantage on so many things with your lucky, chronergist, silvery barbs, and other stuff to give you opportunities to get good. You're also very versatile with martial and magic skills and healing, so you can do whatever you have to do. Finally, big charisma is always a treat. You get to make a lot more decisions for the party when you're the one they send to talk to the bad guy. For weaknesses, you spend a lot of time in D6 hit die classes, so if you actually want to be martial, maybe you should hit healing spells every now and then. You're also losing 2 levels of something for chronergist, which is spells that use your intelligence modifier instead of charisma, and worse divination wizard. 2 more levels of sorcerer would have given you 7th level spells and free flight. Kind of a bummer to miss. Finally, low wisdom is just dangerous, making you susceptible to hold person and charm person. Those can kind of just remove you from a fight. So just re-roll the saving throw until you make it. Dadoy. Byleth can kind of do it all, and that lets the rest of your class focus on doing the specifics. Fight, heal, spam spells, but maybe just narrow down a major if you're building this at home, then you'll graduate to a higher level of skill. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We're gonna make more videos. Join the Patreon to support the channel, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.